Hey, what's going on, brothers and sisters? We're going to get right to it today. And what we're going to be talking about is the 5 mistakes that Charlie Kirk actually made that cost him his life. The first one is that Charlie Kirk never thought that another white person would do him harm, regardless of the fact that he offended many white people who also disagreed with his ideologies as it pertained to how blacks are being treated. And that is the reason why white people are actually mad with us right now because of Charlie Kirk's death, although we had absolutely nothing to do with Charlie Kirk and his death. The second mistake that Charlie Kirk actually made is Charlie Kirk did not fully understand that having Second Amendment rights does not prevent people who shouldn't be gun owners from actually owning guns. In certain cases, people should not be gun owners. You may have a mental illness. You may have a person that cannot control their tempers. You may have individuals that just are not responsible enough to own guns. Those individuals need to be identified and they need to be stopped from ever being gun owners. Now, the third mistake that cost Charlie Kirk his life was that after a certain amount of time, you reach a certain level of popularity, you actually start to think that you become untouchable. And because he was a white man, he definitely started to think that he was untouchable, which was definitely wrong because all of the videos show his supporters actually abandoned him and ran and did not try to support him once that gunshot went off. If they really supported him and they truly supported him, the people would have actually ran to his aid and his assistance. So the third mistake was when you hype people up, people will always get behind you if you can be the person that will be used, if you are putting your life on the line. Because when he actually put his life on the line and it was tested, all of the people that should have supported him actually ran and left him there to die. The fourth mistake that Charlie Kirk actually made was that he had inadequate security to match his growing popularity. He failed to realize that police do not prevent crime. Let me say that again. Police do not prevent crime. The police actually respond or react to crime only after a crime has taken place. Had he realized that, he would have had beefed up security. He would have had security on all of the rooftops surrounding the area that he was speaking in. But because he failed to realize that the police never prevent crime and only react to crime, Charlie Kirk did not have adequate security to protect him. And the fifth and most important thing that Charlie Kirk failed to realize, and I'm going to say this slowly, the fifth and final thing that Charlie Kirk actually failed to realize is that you cannot trust in America. Charlie Kirk trusted in America wholeheartedly versus trusting in God. That's the first person that any and all of us should be trusting in is God. When you look at the money, the back of every penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and dollar, it actually says, "In God we trust." You look at the back of the courtrooms and behind where the judge sits, it says, "In God we trust." If you look at a lot of the license plates here in America, from depending on what state you live in, it actually says, "In God we trust." But now you have to ask yourself, does America really trust in God? I can guarantee you this. If Charlie Kirk had the opportunity today to rewind everything and think this through again, he would agree with those 5 mistakes that he actually made. He would definitely agree and say, I'm going to have to rethink this and I'm going to do this a different way. So I'm going to close in saying, black people are not to be blamed for Charlie Kirk's death. Why are people now actually threatening the HBCUs all over the country when black people had absolutely nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's death? It was another white person that killed Charlie Kirk. Another white person, again, that did not agree with Charlie Kirk's ideologies. And that is the reason why Charlie Kirk is dead. Not because of something that some black person did or said to Charlie Kirk. So again, if you listen to this video and you think about what's being brought out here, then you're going to go ahead and say, you know what? We're wrong to blame black people for Charlie Kirk's death when they had absolutely nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's death. With that, I'm out, and I'll be coming right back at you again soon to bring you more of the truth of what's happening here in America. Shalom.